everybody, and welcome to a Finger Lakes 1 Sports special presentation. I'm Jim Sinicropi along with Kevin Korzeniewski, and tonight we're going to reveal the 2014 and 15 FingerLakes1.com live webcast schedule for varsity basketball across the Wayne-FingerLakes leagues. And we're growing this year, some big changes, two-man cameras, some HD games, a lot to look forward to. So, Kevin, let's get right to it and unveil the schedule.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to this season.
First game, something new. We're going to be at New York State Chiropractic College for a doubleheader, the NYCC Tip-Off Classic. The teams involved are going to be Lions and Southern Cayuga in the first game at 5:30, and then Minders and South Seneca will have the nightcap at 7 p.m. And really looking forward to getting two games right off the bat on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 29th.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Lions hosting Southern Cayuga there, and it's always nice to go outside of the section and get a game. Lions will have that opportunity, and then a Seneca County rivalry in Minders and South Seneca. That should be a fun matchup of two teams in different leagues, but so close to each other.
So we got on the line right now Rhett Taccone. He's the Health and Fitness Director at New York State Chiropractic College, and he's the one kind of the brainchild of this opener. So let's get him on the line. And Rhett, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about how this came about.
Well, I started here in June of this past year, and one of the things I wanted to see happen here at the New York Chiropractic College is a commitment to bringing some high school basketball games back to the facility. We have a great facility here, and we'd love to have high school games here. And when we found out that the New York State high schools were voting on a 19th game, we figured we'd be a perfect neutral site for teams that were needing one game to pick up on their schedule. And we were able to make that happen this year with Minders Academy, South Seneca, Southern Cayuga, and Lions.
Is this something, Rhett, that you're looking to grow annually?
Really hope we can. 4 teams this year. We'd love to have 8 teams and have 4 games on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we'd love those other 4 teams maybe to be the girls' teams from the schools, or at a girls' day on Friday and guys on Saturday. But definitely looking to expand it from 2 games to 4, or maybe more than that, moving forward, and have this be an annual event here at the Chiropractic College.
All right, Rhett, looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, November 29th, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks guys.
Rhett.
Look forward to having you out here.
All right, moving on. We have 20 total games this year, which is a new high for us, and that doesn't include postseason, because we're going to try to follow as many Wayne-FingerLakes teams on the road to the big house as we can. But our second webcast is going to come a week after our first one on December 6th. It's a Saturday. We're going to Victor High School for a triple header. Kevin, why don't you tell us the teams involved in that one?
Well, in the first game at 3 o'clock, we have Geneva and Wilson, who in the past few years would have been a great matchup. We know Geneva's lost a lot, so we'll see what Geneva can bring to the table and try to match up with that City Catholic team. In the second game at 5 o'clock, we have Newark and Livonia, which are 2 great powerhouse in Section 5. So I really look forward to that matchup. And in the nightcap, Victor is hosting Palmac, which were 2 good rivals back in the Finger Lakes East before Victor departed for the Monroe League. Victor, over the past few years, has struggled. Coach Downey's trying to bring them back to where Victor used to stand, and hopefully they improve on their season, and that will also be a great matchup.
So that's the Dave Barden Tip-Off Classic. It's a triple header on Saturday the 6th, involving 3 contenders for the Finger Lakes East crown this year. Then we move on to December 12th, where we'll have another doubleheader. It'll be a boys-girls doubleheader from Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium in Seneca Falls, a Friday night, with Minders girls versus Waterloo girls, followed by Minders boys and Waterloo boys.
Yeah, I always look forward to those doubleheaders with Minders and Waterloo. Waterloo's got a new coach. They lose a lot. They're rebuilding.
On the girls' side.
On the girls' side, yes, that's right. And it's not bad rebuilding when you got a great player like Chelsea Steinruck. If you're going to rebuild and you got a guard like that who can control the tempo and win games for you, it's good for the new coach to have a player like that.
And of course, both of these games could be very competitive and close games, so that should be fun.
Yes.
Then on Tuesday the 16th, we're going to Clyde-Savannah for Clyde and Red Creek. Now, Clyde, another team that lost a lot, Kevin, but we're going to get our first look at Jacob Slope.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Jacob Slow, one of our favorite players down here at Finger Lakes 1, and we'll be able to show some people that haven't heard of him in this area what he's all about, and we also get to see what he's all about.
So that'll be fun, and then we take a little break for Christmas, come back on the 29th of December. It's a Monday night, and another boys-girls doubleheader, this time coming at you from Waterloo High School as Waterloo hosts the North Rose-wolcott girls and boys back-to-back. And it's always great to get a boys-girls doubleheader.
Yep, and these teams traditionally are on the same classification for sectionals. I'm not sure about this year, but going to Wayne County and Finger Lakes, that'll be a nice little matchup as well.
Yeah, I love the crossovers. Then Friday, the first webcast of 2015. Actually, we're going to take a quick break right now and hear from our season sponsors who are making this all possible. And we'll come right back with 2015 slate of games.
Guidance and partnership through every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Welcome back, and before we get to the 2015 schedule starting on January 2nd, we want to thank Generations Bank, Dr. Rod Littlejohn, Dobbins Pharmacy in Lyons, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, who am I forgetting? The Omen Theater, Penny's Place in Seneca Falls, Red's Place in Seneca Falls. We've got a ton of sponsors on board, and that's the reason we're able to deliver such an expansive schedule and highlight the high school athletes.
Yeah, without these great local businesses chipping in, we couldn't do these podcasts and the games. So it's nice that these people help out and pitch in, and make sure you if you get a chance, thank the people and try to frequent their business.
Yeah, and we're still have sponsorships available right up until Thanksgiving, so if you're interested, give us a call here at Finger Lakes 1 at 315-712-0104. So on to the schedule. January 2nd, this is another thing we're really excited about, Kevin, this year that's new. We're going to the Atwood Gymnasium in Lyons, and we're going to kick it off with Clyde at Lyons. We've always done Lyons at Clyde. We're going to the Atwood. It's small, it's intense. I was just up there with Athletic Director Steve Veter yesterday scouting the gym. It looks like we're going to be able to pull it off, and I'm really excited about going to a place that has so much character,
It's better for everybody, the coaches, the kids, even us as broadcasters doing the game. An atmosphere like the Atwood really brings out the juice in everybody and makes it a great night.
So then we move forward to Tuesday night the 6th, and keep in mind, from this point on in January, we're going Tuesday night basketball almost every week. So every week at 7:30, you can count on a high school basketball game being streamed live to your computer, smartphone, tablet, or television. And so we start out the Tuesday night basketball slate with Mid-Lakes at Minders in Seneca Falls. Happy to get a look at Mid-Lakes this year.
Yeah, we haven't had Mid-Lakes on the schedule, and it's nice to get a look at that program and that team, and then always nice to get over to the Arthur L. Baker Gym and do some games.
And then on Friday the 9th, it's Geneva at Waterloo. We get another look at Brian Miller's squad, and it'll be interesting with such a young team and athletic. They're very athletic from what I hear. Even though they lost 6 of their top players last year. It'll be interesting to see how much that group has moved along since we saw them in Victor. It'll be about a month later, and that should be a competitive game as well, Geneva-Waterloo. Then moving on to the 13th, it's another Tuesday night game. We're going to the Jack Guinan Gymnasium in Ovid for Naples and South Seneca. Big green machine against South Seneca. We'll get a little Finger Lakes West action.
Yeah, I'm excited to see South Seneca play. They've got some nice returning players, some nice young players still. They have Lincoln Lowe, the junior, and Devin Rogers. They got transferred from Romulus, so they look to try to compete for that Finger Lakes West League. But Naples always has a strong program, so we'll see how that game goes.
And then moving ahead 1 week later to the 20th of January on Tuesday night, it's Minders at Newark. We usually don't get Minders at the road because Finger Lakes 1 located right here in Seneca Falls. It's easier to get them up, at home, but we're going to get them at Newark, and this could be a key game in the Finger Lakes East standings.
Yeah, the preseason player of the year in our minds is Tyler Collins. He does everything, and we love watching him play. So Minders will head up to Newark, and that's a good gym that we've worked in before, and should be a great Finger Lakes East game.
And then moving ahead to Friday, January 30th, we get another boys-girls doubleheader, and what do you know? It's Minders Waterloo again. They did boys-girls home and away at Seneca Falls, and they're doing it at Waterloo too on Friday. And so it'll be another great look at both the boys and girls programs at Minders and Waterloo on January 30th. Then we move ahead to February. And we're going back to the Atwood Gym. It's another Tuesday night matchup on the 3rd of February. It's Red Creek at Lions, and I'm excited about this one because it's Jake Slobe against Damon Hunter, two of the most exciting players, not only in Wayne County, but all the Wayne Finger Lakes, going head-to-head in the Atwood. And a
lot will be on the line for that as far as the league goes, and both those teams are going to be early favorites, and here we are late in the season, and watching two great players and two great teams try to win a Wayne County title.
Yeah, and I was talking to Lions coach Zach Young, and he predicts the Wayne County League to be competitive across the board, whether it's ER, Gananda, North Rose-Wolcott, Sodus is supposed to be good. We tried to get Sodus on our schedule, but we just couldn't fit it in this year. But Sodus is supposed to be pretty good too this year. So Wayne County action should be fun to watch. Then move ahead to Tuesday the 10th. We're going to Geneva High School for the first time. Waterloo at Geneva in a game that could have Finger Lakes East implications, but it'll be fun to get up to Geneva. I was up there in that gymnasium with AD Randy Grenier, and it will provide some challenges for us. It's a little darker. The announcers are going to be up in the weight room, but nonetheless, there's always great atmosphere. It's an old school type gym, and we'll be excited to do a game from Geneva for the first time. Then we go ahead to the 13th, which is a Friday night of February, and it's Penn Yan at Newark. Real happy to get Penn Yan on the schedule because we haven't made our preseason predictions yet for the Upstate Hoops podcast, and a lot of the local media hasn't had any predictions, but from what I'm hearing, Penn Yan is a real contender this year, so we wanted to make sure we got a look at the Mustangs, and that game against Newark on the 13th of February could be for the crown.
I think that's a great game to have on there because Penn Yan's got a great core group of kids that have been playing well together for a few years now, and I think Newark early on should be the favorite in the Finger Lakes East, so we'll see how the season plans out.
Then on the 17th, another Tuesday night, it's one of the last nights of the regular season. We have a game on the schedule, but we're going to flex schedule this one. If another game that night appears to be more on the line in terms of league standings or even sectional placement, we may choose to go to another game. The game on our schedule right now is Palmac at Waterloo. Be a good chance to get a second look at Palmac before the season's over. Another look at Waterloo. Also that night, Mid-Lakes is at Geneva, Newark's at Minders, Gananda's at Clyde. So we'll do one of those four games, and we'll announce it probably a week before, and it's flex scheduling, baby.
Hey.
We're doing it like the NFL
That's
this
right.
year.
We are stepping up our production.
So that rounds out the schedule. Of course, the Upstate Hoops podcast, where we'll talk to players and coaches with Matt Verkey, myself. You sit in quite often. That is going to move from Thursday nights to Sunday nights at 8:30, starting on, it will be the Sunday before our opener, so that would be the 23rd of November will be the first Upstate Hoops podcast. The Upstate Orange podcast is underway starting on November 9th, and that is at 10 o'clock every Sunday night talking Syracuse basketball. So the hoops are really getting rolling, Kevin. We announced our schedule. We can start filling our announcing crews for each game, which is a lot of fun to do. And then I'm calling this season Road to the Big House, and then after, we'll see how many Wayne-Finger Lakes teams can survive through the postseason, and we'll be doing some of those games, and it should be a great season.
Looking forward to a great basketball season, high school, college. I really enjoy watching your productions, and I can't wait as the season goes along.
Well, what are you going to do around here? It snowed this morning.
I saw it.
So we might as well get ready for some basketball. Now, if you want to watch any of these games or any FingerLakes1.tv programming, you can do it on your smartphone, your tablet, your desktop computer, your television. Download the FingerLakes1.com app for free from the iTunes or Apple Store. Search FingerLakes1.com, and from there you'll have access to all our live programming, including the basketball games, on your phone. You can take it from your phone and send it via Crowcast to your TV. You can, if you have a smart TV with a YouTube app, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube at FingerLakes1.com, and that's an easy way to hook up and watch these games. And I'm expecting bigger viewership this year. I'm expecting tripling our viewership this year because of all the methods that you can now watch the games, and people are becoming more accustomed to watching content like this now that's online. It's called cord cutting, I guess, and so I'm expecting growth this year, and that should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that everybody's kind of figuring out how their iPads work and their iPhones,
right.
It should be. It's easy to watch a game, and you make it really easy for the fan to watch and enjoy. And I'm really looking forward to the 2 cameras at the games. I think that'll
make a big difference.
Make a big difference for these
and
games.
as I mentioned, HD. So we'll be at 720p HD for games at the locations that'll support that. Bandwidth-wise, we need a fat pipe to get that type of signal out. But the NYCC game, right off the bat, that's going to be our first 720p HD. And when you watch this on your television, either live or on demand, it's going to look as good as ESPN.
I'm not sure if the HD is great for the broadcasters that are on TV, but we'll roll with it.
We can blur it. We'll Vaseline the lens. So there it is, guys. There's our 2014-15 schedule. Some dates are subject to change, but for the most part, that is it. So if we didn't get your team on the schedule this year, we're going to try to do it in the future. This is something we've built upon. If you are on the schedule, get ready. Tell your friends, tell your aunts and uncles across the country that want to watch that you're going to be on FingerLakes1.tv. And Kevin, thanks for joining me, and let's have a great season.
I'm looking forward to it.
Support great local content like this by becoming a patron of FingerLakes1.com. Visit patreon.com/FL1.